Up numbnuts.
What's up, Pete?
Good day, Mr.
Hello,
Pineapple
Alpha
Giraffe
Numbnuts.
Pete.
Hey.
Pete.
What do you have in store for
Banana
us, Pete?
Day. I don't know. Have you guys seen our April Fool's post?
I've seen
Yeah.
both of them.
You seen both of our April Fool's posts? Oh, awesome.
Yeah. The roadmap was a joke, and the vault info was a joke, right?
Isn't it? Red Fox was a joke, all that, wasn't it?
Oh, Benny was a joke. I think I was also one.
Good evening.
Hey
Yeah,
guys,
Benny's also a joke on April
Speaking
Fool's
of the
Day.
Joker,
I'm
Yeah,
a,
Benny.
we've got nothing to talk about tonight.
yeah, good evening. Yes, I'm a joker and a bot. I'm a one man on YouTube. I'm a scammer. We've been called it all, mate.
you're a man of many skills.
Yes, a man of many tomatoes. Good evening. Give us another honk. Give us another.
Jeez. Oh, there it
I
is.
should have said honk if you bought the first 25 cogs, mate.
Oh,
No!
Oh,
Come
no.
on!
Come on.
See, Pete, I had
That's
nothing
it.
to do with that. I had nothing
We
to
need to burn all his cogs. Not
I need to
XPs
burn his
this time.
account. I need to burn
Game
his account.
recognized game.
Ben,
I-
what are we going to talk about tonight? There's not much happening this week. It's been pretty
No,
quiet.
nothing's happened at all. It's been there you go. There you go. I reckon he's the one person. I mean, no, I won't say that. If there's nothing to talk about, time to show us. When sneak peek. So Piyush, would you like to kick it off and talk about how we're going to sort of manage the sneak peeks? Is he here? I'm assuming he's
I
here.
think he's
No,
off
no, no.
tonight, mate.
He's not here. He can't make it tonight, man. He has got that
Oh.
other.
Don't lie.
that
Peter's
other
banned
thing.
him. Peter's banned him.
He's fixing his hair.
Pete's sneak peek
I
blogging
can,
us.
I can talk about it, Ben.
He's fixing his hair.
When he gets
No, so in all seriousness, guys, Piyush has a appointment with his hairdresser today. So yeah, sorry guys.
He's getting his cat's getting a haircut.
when he goes, the rest of us go to hairdressers. He goes to hair doctors. he's got a
the vet for his cat.
He's got a hat on his head. A
He's got
cat on his head.
A Persian cat.
He's not even
Grolic,
here to defending himself.
Grolic is pissing himself. Welcome to April, Grolic.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Been a long week, guys.
Um,
Anyway, so yeah, Piyush is going to tease stuff over the next few weeks. So we're going to have regular drops of artwork.
So you'll get them first, and then straight after Piyush drops them, it'll go on to it'll go public. So you'll get the alpha here first, and you'll get the chance for us to talk you through what it is, what it means, what it does. Whereas the rest of the community will sort of just get very brief information. So that's the advantage of rocking up, and we can start doing some more giveaways. So now that the economic model is out, I presume that will dominate conversation or roadmap or whatever you want to ask. So here we go. Of the way the information dropped this week, the infographic for the economic model was great, clear and concise. Thank you, mate. That's good. The one question I've been asked a million times is, how should you play the game theory? I'll go back to what I've said a few times. Pete and Co might have different answers. I've come firmly to the conclusion that it will depend largely where other people go as far as where they put their money or set their positions. I think it will go through waves of one being hot and the next being hot. So I'm not 100% sure, but very keen to hear what you think. What happens with first edition tubes? You can't burn them for avatars. Actually, one of the things that's not been confirmed, we did say that everything was subject to change, but one of the things we were talking about today based on some feedback was, and due to the fact that the price of first edition tubes is so much higher because they're more limited, we'll consider the option of non-redemption, because you can't burn them. So what I mean by that is snapshot receive because they can't be burned. It's a consideration. But let me know what you think about that.
No, we can't burn those cogs. That is correct, but we could just shove it in a
You could burn the
graveyard
tube.
address. Shove it into
So
what do you call this? A graveyard address that we don't have the keys to.
What we were planning on doing was taking them, selling them, and then using like over the course of time when we publicize it, and then giving the proceeds back as rewards or incentives. But yeah, I want to hear your thoughts in relation to that versus holding.
So Matt
Vulture just said that exact thing, Ben.
Matt just posted that, and we've had that talk as well about utilizing it for giveaways and whatnot as one of the options.
Someone
What if
posted that
ApeCoin was distributed to the first edition tubes?
Okay. Quarter 2 Vault section says iOS and Android app. This is for the Vault or the marketplace for owner portal. Should we tell them?
It's April 1st. We can always brush it off as a joke.
Hey, Pete, have you got your finger on the mute button?
No, because anything that goes today, tomorrow, on Monday, it's like, okay, we don't mean all that.
It's been a crazy week.
Move along.
Here we go. The answer to that, Handford, is we're already using the app. Testing.
Okay, that's a good answer.
My son was in there this afternoon. It's cool. It was way ahead of schedule. It was unexpected for us as well.
In regards to the new eco paper, increasing value from all the buying pressure. Why should you have RFOX? It's a very, very, very. I knew we would get this question because we've finally built the mechanisms, bridges, runways to be able to start accepting RFOX for everything, including avatars. Finally, we will be able to start accepting RFOX and using RFOX more readily. And I don't think we spoiled that yet, Pete, but there's a few things that we haven't really made a song and dance about that Pete's team are maestros, and they've been creating some stuff behind the scenes that is going to also more things that weren't expected that will come out that will really expedite the use of RFOX. I think the value proposition for RFOX is only getting stronger, not weaker. VFOX staking multiplier, how does this work and where do the extra rewards come from? Is there a min-max VFOX required for staking multiplier to the effect? We haven't published the numbers yet, but there'll be a little calculator of sorts that you can work it out based on your entry point. I don't know if there's anything you want to add, Red Pill. What's that?
I mean, all I can say is that there is no extra, there's no extra rewards. The multiplier just gives you a multiplier of your share against the entire pool. The pool is still going to be the same. If the pool is going to be 1 million, it's going to be 1 million. There's no extra on top of the 1 million. It's still a 1 million pool.
Yeah, but
the different people staking the different combinations will just basically get a different percentage of the pool based on whatever multiplier that you get.
Yeah, that's correct. So we have the 6%, and for example, if we have that 1,000 ETH trading volume, for example, in a month, that would be $39,000 for 1%. So that 1% and that $39,000 would then be split up according to that avatars pool, for example, and then you get more if you just take VFOX. You just get a bigger share of that pool. And yeah, so those fees are coming from secondary market trading. And it doesn't change anything for the 2% fee that we had initially for all other NFTs. So there's still 1% for VFOX. Does that make sense? Or
So people who stake their VFOX, who are just VFOX holders, and they're still going to get their 1%. Sorry, they'll still get the rewards of the 1% based on their amount, their share of the pool. But if people have avatars and things in there as well, their share will actually come down. Is that right?
The other guy's shares come down. If you stake with the avatars and all, your share's going to go up. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Just like any other pool, like it's just like that person's put in more of their asset, so they'll get a bigger share.
Yeah.
Still have KOGs to give away. Well, I don't know the answer to that. I don't believe so.
Yes, we do. I think we got.
We do.
Yeah, we got 100. I think to give away.
Really?
Hanford said 174, but
Who do
Yeah,
I
a
have to
lot.
do? I mean, what do I have to
Hang
do
on.
to get one of those?
Where's Pete's mute button?
Um,
When did you mute him?
we will,
You mean there's 10 left, right, Pete? 10 left.
all right.
No,
what
I
we'll
said
do is-
100. So I don't know which numbnut said 170. I said 100.
All right. Well, I'll do what I always do, and I'll get us in trouble. What we'll do is we'll do some giveaways over the next couple of weeks, which will allow people to potentially get an avatar and apartment that they wouldn't have otherwise gotten.
No, Benny. I think the correct answer is we'll burn them.
We can do some. I think we can do some function-based giveaways, so task-based giveaways. Q, read the vault pools.
Like-
Use
Okay,
VFOX.
yeah. That would
Can
be,
we
that would
burn
be good.
Pete? Is burning Pete one of the tasks? We'll do that.
We could do it for referrals. We could say if you refer people to enter the sales, that you can also get KOGs, which would give you free access yourself. Q, the read vault pool.
Benny, I think I have an idea. RFOX
Yeah.
Finance. That's the new thing that my guys are working on. RFOX Finance.
Yep.
Maybe we'll do that.
Okay, we
KOGs.
can put that in there as well. KOG pool.
Yeah.
All right, we've got lots of stuff we can do. Q, read the vault pools. Is VFOX a multiplier for the vault NFT pools, or is it a pool in itself, or both? We've sort of covered that. Can you still stake NFT if you own no VFOX?
Yes.
I can't wait till the 27th to MVP launch. Will it be followed by some media campaign, or will this come later? So yes, it will be followed by a media campaign. I understand certain asset to avatar mint passes are subject to change, but in my opinion, gold, superset, ultra rares shouldn't be on the same level as a normal ultra rare tube, and goes without saying shouldn't be burned. Agree. Well, that you don't have to for those. Those ultra rares are snapshots. It would be criminal to burn them, of course. Any
I
chance
think
of
she's talking about just second edition as well. Your gold
okay.
Yeah.
and third edition.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, we've penciled that in, but we are happy to review and look at stuff. Any chance of enabling the exchange of 2EC tokens for second edition box NFTs? Yes.
That was something that we have talked about.
Box. He wants the box as opposed to the actual individual packs, right?
Yes, that's correct, and we have talked about it as well. People may not want to keep two tokens, right? Two ERC20 tokens. They want to see the NFT, just like how we've got boxes for third edition.
Yeah. Will we see more pools farms this quarter for RFOX Finance? Yes. How's hiring someone for the role going? Haven't found the right person yet. We spoke to tons of people, and It's a very difficult mix because we need to find someone who's prepared to work with regulation and the regulatory bodies as well. It's not just a matter of finding someone who's cool with degen or degen finance and DeFi and all the rest of it. It's a matter of people have to work with regulators as well because there's a lot of stuff.
We've hired a product owner though.
Yes.
That's
Did
a
I
big
miss?
step. We've got someone driving it now. We just need someone heading it up. That's all.
Did I miss any utility on Fergs? Not at this stage. You haven't. What I wanted to know, would you not consider adding Slammer Rainbows as non-burnable options like one Rare Slammer Rainbow for 1 or one Ultra Rare Slammer Rainbow 2? So what we've, stay tuned for that because what we've got at the moment is around about 5,500 if everybody were to claim what is currently slated to be claimed, and of course not everybody will claim. So just give us a little bit more time closer to when it goes live on potential for reserves for what would be used. Let us go through that very shortly. What are you up to, Voltox? After thorough assessment and professional deep diving, it's obvious. Can only fit 1,143 VFOXs on the shirt. Oh, there you go. I've got to press play, hey?
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
All he's doing is rubbing his nipples, Benny.
Oh, that's a bit disturbing and arousing. Should have used smaller font. In terms of tubes, are we looking only at first, second, and third edition, or does it take into account Slam and Arena editions?
Yeah, we talked about this earlier today.
You've already covered that. What about for
No,
the people?
no. We've talked about it in our call, but
Yeah.
I don't think we're ready to share that yet.
Yes. Just wait, please, for a little bit of time closer to that because we've also got a paper coming out as well. If you stake your assets, are they unusable? You're talking about, are you trying to double spend, my friend? You're trying to stake your assets and also use them for the game staking stuff you're talking about? So you're talking about game staking?
He's always
If I'm
double
running
dipping.
around my, if I'm running around my OG avatar, am I also getting the benefits of staking it in the pool?
There's a couple of little factors for that. So again, wait for the paper. I'm not greedy. I'm happy with one.
He was referring to the KOGs.
Right. Yeah, actually, I went in there yesterday. I saw that KOGs are up to half an ETH now. I think they're going to be great. There's lots of potential utility for those. Look at that pineapple. That's fantastic, huh? I love that. We'll work for KOGs. There you go. Were the avatar NFTs and apartments always in the Vault plan, or are they a newer idea to boost rewards for holders? We always had the idea for we needed the spaces and apartments, and we always needed the avatars. The avatars were much more obvious, but the mechanisms, a lot of the mechanisms for COGS holders, etc., are things that we've sat down and said, and I'll talk to people a lot about this today, in relation to we have to turn around and say, what can we do for RFOX holders to increase utility, increase demand, increase buying pressure? What can we do for VFOX holders to increase rewards and to really separate the two out, one as being a currency and one as being a rewards token? How do we compensate and help to give back to our COGS holders and investors? So it was a balancing act of trying to make sure that we got everything right, and we were also having to take into consideration that shop owners bought on the proviso that they would be able to run their businesses. It's taking longer than we thought, and we thought, how do we give something back to those guys for backing us as well? So as you can imagine, combining all of those things together in one model isn't easy, and it did take some time, but I believe that we've got a pretty good model. It's not going to please everybody all the time, and there's always going to be people in individual positions that say, I want more, but ultimately I think it's a pretty good balance to address as many of the audience as we possibly can. Who is creating the avatars partnered with an artist. I remember a Ready Player Me affiliation last year. Is that still the case? So Jesse James, we're actually looking at, we've got proper avatar people internally now, and we're looking at doing our own avatar system as well, in addition to Ready Player Me. So we're looking at doing it ourselves.
So just to add to it, we always start off working with like partners and all that, and then eventually core systems will need to be built ourselves. If for those of you that have the privilege of coming to the vault, you guys know where you guys design your avatars. That's Ready Player Me. That's the current one, but we're working on something else as well.
Exactly, Hanford. Exactly. I know who's crazy enough to think we would burn foil rare tubes. I've had someone today, Hanford, that you would know, say to me, "I ain't burning any tubes. I'm going to wait till every other idiot burns tubes and just sit back and get all the rewards." So I think everybody's got different strategies for sure and certain, but we had to try and include and put in. Everyone's got different plans or goals or ways that they do things, but that's it. It's been an interesting day. I've had some very interesting suggestions. I've had people curse me that we didn't set aside 9,000 plus of the avatars and apartments for KOGs holders. I've had people that were upset that we hadn't offered VFOX for sale OTC for OGs and original holders, and I just have to explain VFOX was a fair launch. We didn't get VFOX. But out of those crazy questions, I've had tremendous amounts of great feedback from you guys. We've had some talks to the QMs and some of the community today, and we do listen. We really do listen to your feedback, obviously, with what we put together. Slam and Arena are getting a big fat staking window. Let first, second, and third get something. There you go. I'm looking to. Holy crap! You're going to burn that. I won't be burning my tubes on rare foil rainbow sets. They're harder to create than rare foil super sets. Yeah, for sure. I feel the same way, mate. I got plenty of stuff that I would never burn. It's a choice. No, it's not.
It is. It's a choice.
I'm just
We're
saying
giving you
that
a
those
choice.
are
Doesn't-
in the category that you should get something without having to burn them away, like how the ultra rare foil sets. I mean, I can see burning all of the standard ones, but even the common and uncommon foil, they're not that hard. But rare, I mean, 56 in a rainbow, and you burn that? Ugh.
It's difficult. And the thing is, like we've said, we've sat down and tried to come up with a system that we think works the best we possibly can. And you will reach a point, regardless of how you shuffle it, that you get to a point where you think to yourself, I'm not going to do that. Like first edition, for example, like look at the difference in the price between first edition tubes and second and third edition tubes, for example, just at the base level. I think what you'll find, obviously, is when we get closer to the date and time that there'll be that arbitrage gap will close up for sure and certain. And I think that if you do get to a Dutch auction and we've done the right thing and we've got a bit of traction behind, and we want to make sure that we do, because that's what's going to fuel the incentives for people. I think that you'll see that you could get another injection and run on that as well. So yeah. Oh, I'll just give you a little clue. As I'll say something. Adelaire's probably here for sure. I can now safely say, Adelaire, I did tell you that I owed you something and I had something special in mind. I think you might know what that is now. I think Adelaire's probably doing a bit of lip-lipping, or is that lip-licking? Have you spoken to any interesting people, companies recently? Anything you can share? Yep, we've spoken to a ton. Actually, we can be... we've spoken to lots of people. We've spoken to investors, and we've also spoken to companies that we could potentially work with. So it's been good. And it's a really good situation because, like I said a long time ago, we would have we're pulling on the pant legs of everybody saying, look at us. And now it's a matter of being able to say, nah, no, thank you. Rebel Degen Zen, can I interest you, Benny, number 2 of 26? You can, mate. Are you looking to sell that? If you are, DM me, I'll buy it. I do. I do really love Jeweled Earth. It is so royal, isn't it? It's regal. I think it's the best Jeweled Earth. Oh, you'll take it for Sunrise XP. There you go. Peasant avatars. My God, it made me laugh so much today. You guys are freaks of nature. You've got the OG avatars and the peasant avatars. I was saying we should have put out an April Fool's avatar spoiler of a person with no teeth and a long like Moses beard in a robe out ploughing the fields back in the ancient days of Egypt.
Introducing the
most
peasant
valuable, that'll
avatar.
be the joke.
Can we make that official? OG and then peasants.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're working on that.
You guys are mental. Just trying to still get my head around this new VFOX pool with NFTs. There are only 21 million VFOX, and you're now adding NFTs on top of the 21 million, which means if you stake just VFOX, there can now be more than 21 million in the pool due to the NFTs. Does this make sense? Not at all. Is this fair to traditional VFOX holders, or are there extra 6%? No. Do you want to have a try and answer that, Red Pill? No.
Sorry, what was the question again?
Just trying to still get my head around this new VFOX pool with NFTs. There are only 21 million VFOX, and now you're adding NFTs on top of the 21 mil, which means if you stake just VFOX, there could now be more than 21 mil in the pool due to the NFTs. Does that make sense? Is it fair to traditional VFOX holders, or does that extra 6% even it out?
No, there's not more than 21 million. It's just that whatever you stake, it will put you into different, like in higher levels, and then you get more rewards. So, for example, if I throw out a number, if you stake the first 1,000, you can go into the first level, and then that will increase the rewards. But it doesn't actually increase supply of VFOX. We just look how much you stake, and then we give you more rewards, basically.
So are you buying this VFOX off the market, or have you guys already acquired the VFOX you're going to be using for the reward system?
Okay, yeah, so that will be bought back with the RFOX that, for example, goes through the transactions.
Yeah, so there's no VFOX. It's the rewards are RFOX.
Yeah, the rewards are RFOX. Yeah.
What the question's asking is, it's saying 1% of all transactions in the vault go to the 21 mil VFOX. So what he's saying is, of my 21 million VFOX, will 1% still be guaranteed to me, and the other 5% essentially becomes extra distributed based on your NFT staking. I think that's what he's getting at. It's not are you going to stake 21 mil VFOX, 1% for VFOX holders gets split between all the VFOX holders plus all the NFT stakers. He's looking for that distinction.
It's separate. So that 1% that you get right now, or that you would get for 2% fee that you already know, it just stays the same. The 1% that is part of the 6% is additional to what you already get. So it's basically one more percentage that gets added on to the top.
You're not disadvantaged in any way, shape, or form. You're not getting less. And this is an additional thing on top of the normal transactions that had been communicated previously.
Yeah, cool. I was just trying to flush that out just to try to fully understand it. So
it makes sense.
I think that worked.
Yeah. What number is my penthouse? Oh, there you go. I don't have access to penthouses. I've got access to unrevealed random stuff. I'm going to burn the hell out of some common and uncommon tubes, though. Hell yeah. And that's good for KOGs, right? Awesome. And the thing is that's the thing that we're providing. We're providing people another liquidity route and a chance to make the decision on whether you want to exit. Because some people will say, you know what, I'm gonna burn, I'm gonna get an avatar mint pass, and I'm gonna sell it because I want to sell my stuff. That's fine too. That's where the game theory comes in. Hi guys, is there a single-sided staking available for RFOX? I like the ecosystem. So Pink Unicorn, we're moving towards making it a very clear disparity that we've got a rewards token for single-sided staking, and we've got a currency, and the currency is what's paid out. So we need to continually be buying more RFOX in the market. peasants. I don't know where you came up with that. Is this some sort of peasant joke that I'm too rich to understand? Number 2020. Yeah. So we talked about the RFOX 2020s. What do you think of that? It's not bad, is it?
Pete gets 3 of everything because he has 3 RFOX 2020s. Because he's above all of us.
When did he get
That you
3?
know about. There's 3 that you know about.
When did he get the 3rd?
That was an evil laugh. Let people burn tubes. I'll have bigger supply and tournament pool. That's the other thing, XP. From the people that I've spoken to, which is not many, they're on the fence. They don't know whether to. I think we've got 50% that are saying they're going to burn their tubes, and 50% that says I'm going to let everyone else burn the tubes, and I'll have some of the few tubes left. I have a decent amount of VFOX. When do you think I can quit my job? Next year? I can't answer those questions. That's up to you guys. Also, is there a way to view the vault without a VR headset or beta? We were talking before, Bioscope, that that there's an app already being tested. When that's released, you'll have to stay tuned. But there is alternatives for people that are not. What do you call people without a VR headset then, guys? You call people that don't have an OG avatar.
Peasants.
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 Peasants living in the real world.
Peons.
Metaverse peasants. So we'll have to look at whether there's a metaverse peasant option. 2020s need to get OG avatars. No, man, they're already getting like way a lot of stuff. But we did tell you, a lot of people said to us, where's the utility? You said that this was going to be great, the RFOX 2020s. I think the one thing that you know about us by now is that we always deliver, but it just takes time, and it takes a long time to put this stuff together. But we did say that we would look after the RFOX 2020 holders. We meant it. We've never sold one. We've only given them away. So those people that have gone out onto the market and bought with blind faith, based purely on the fact that they think, all right, well, you guys have told us they're going to be worth something one day, I'll buy one. And some of you, what's the record, Pete? I think a few people have spent 17 grand plus.
No, the top two was 21 and 22,000 US dollars at that time.
So you spent $22,000 and $21,000, and you'd be thinking, all right, I'm just buying this out of sheer speculation, and now you've got 6 apartments and 6 avatars. That's it's already starting to pay dividends, right? For the people that bought them for 500 or 600, they must be having an absolute.
Yeah, I bought in blind faith. I didn't know what the heck I was going to get when I bought those.
But they must be having a giggle fit, those people. How will you allocate the OG Avatar Mint Pass sale? It's a very good question, Jesse James. We talked about this today, and we said, hand on heart, we have not communicated the whitelist process, and that is still being developed as we speak, being very candid with you. So there will definitely be an element of whitelist for sure. And it might end up being a large percentage of that would be whitelisted, and we'll explain how to do that closer to the time. And 1,000 initial supply does that include the 300 given to the shop owners? No, 1,000 plus the 300 for the shop owners. And then those people, if you bought one of that 1,000, this is why those 1,000 will be popular. If you buy one of those 1,000, you will get a free avatar and 2 free apartments. So effectively,
any free peasant avatar.
Oh, sorry, you'll get a free OG and a free peasant avatar. So you're getting 4 things for that price. So I'm very convinced that they'll be obviously extremely popular. How many people are you letting into the MVP end of the month? Luke, you want to answer that? Is he still here? Or he's probably gone to bed?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got 150 slots for that date, and then we're going to quickly ramp that up. But we just want to make sure that we're getting proper feedback for the first couple of weeks, and that we're actioning those changes quickly and getting it right. We don't want to let too many people in at once, and then we need to properly test server load and all that sort of thing. So that's what we're looking at. We've got 300 slots, and we've used quite a few with shop owners and internal staff already. So that's what we've got to play with right now.
Do
Hanford.
Alpha 2020 people get dibs in MVP?
Oh no! Don't start being a
Read him.
25 guy.
Read him.
I'll burn about 300 plus minus tubes and still have close to 500 tubes left over. You, sir, have a tubes problem. But that's fantastic, mate. You're going to end up with...
No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't have enough still.
I think
I agree.
Honestly,
Me neither.
honestly, Hanford, I know that you've been through all the trials and tribulations, and you've helped a lot of people put tubes together, and you've collected a lot of tubes, and there's probably days where you've sort of thought to yourself, my faith is being tested. But I think that you would have to assume that the reward for the effort of collecting has... Yeah, that's the funny thing. You've got 800 odd tubes, and you're saying you don't have enough. That's a fantastic situation to be in, isn't it?
Yes. In fact, I was just texting with Ruby about all of this, showing her this stuff, and she's like, we need to put more tubes together. So even Ruby knows it, and she isn't as active as she used to be.
There you go. They said the mobile app beta builds were in dev, and they actually got a first look now, correct? So I think Red Pill's already talked about it. Luke said that his son was in there before and it worked well. Will we see a difference in visuals in the MVP?
Definitely, maybe.
Luke, do you want to answer that?
Yes, we will. So basically, we're doing like an interim refresh for the MVP. So all the assets that are currently in there that the shop owners are seeing, and the few others that are in there, are going to get replaced. So that's basically lock, stock, and barrel. We're replacing everything, but it's a stepping stone to the final product, which will be light years ahead of even the replacement assets. So we're just trying to get it to a point where we're happy with it aesthetically, so we can test the function and the features that are in there already, and then we'll take the assets to the next level after that. So, and that'll happen very quickly. We're talking, inside of a couple of months, we'll have it totally turned around and pretty close to that AAA standard.
Hallelujah. Still 11 to be given away. XP's keeping dibs. I don't got a VR set, so I try to imagine like my imaginary friend. They're quite expensive now. What's the minimum one going for? 94,000. Seems reasonable. I have an agreement with a dude rhyming with e-tron Tusk for operation in my shop. Can I invite him in for a look during the MVP? If you could invite him in and he came in, then I don't see why we couldn't squeeze him in. Okay, nice. We'll be gutted if I don't have the opportunity to buy an OG avatar. I think the thing is, Jesse James, there's only 1,000 at the top level. It's been designed that way on purpose. But no matter what we do, there's going to be a bit of hair pulling and sand being thrown in the sandpit for sure. But yeah, so it's going to be a bit interesting. Are you giving OG avatars retroactively for the last 2 quarters? Is there more than 1,300 total? The answer is we are, and you'll know the answer to that if you do the math on 100 shops for sale and 300 on top of the 1,000 for the OG section, because that shows you that we will keep those mint passes aside for those people that buy in the auctions. And I'm glad you brought that up, Hanford, because that's one of the things that I think is one of the top features, and no one's really brought that up yet. It will mean, based on the price of the avatars passes at the time of the next 2 sales, people will be able to work out, for example, let's just say they were an ETH each. People would say, well, as long as the avatars and apartments are an ETH each, if I'm bidding on a shop and I bid 12 ETH, I'm effectively getting my money back and getting a free shop. So obviously it will cause the shop prices to be a lot higher than they were in the first and second quarter, which again means the shop owners are going to be pretty happy with the outcome of that as well. So that's really really cool. Hanford never dulled his RFOX COGs tubing faith. I think Hanford's been around long enough to know that we're not playing around, we're serious about, and we always do look after people. It just takes time. Because technically speaking, I've been asked this question 3 times today as well. And I guess this is from people that don't hold COGs. I've been asked 3 times today, why would you not just sell the 5,000 avatars and make more money so that you can develop products quicker or faster? And the answer to that is we could do that, but we're trying to make sure that we give back to the community and that we're looking at people that backed us in. That's important. Are people allowed to broadcast or show the MVP? So once it's in MVP, it's effectively out there, right? So as far as broadcasting or showing, I don't see any reason why not. Anyone else want to comment on that in the team?
We did talk about. You did talk about sort of a gentleman's agreement. We're not going to have people signing NDAs, but we do want people to respect the fact that we are still testing and it isn't complete. So, yeah, I'd kindly ask that people don't, but I'm quite happy for people to talk about their experience in there and share their comments on it. That's fine, but yeah, I'd rather they didn't share actual footage and photos.
And Arm says, yes, you would trade the first 25 COGs for a 2020. OG avatar mint process going to be 1 per transaction or multiple per transaction. Do you mean claiming 1 each time or claiming them one time, or do you mean
the ones that are going to be sold?
So you're saying if you bought 3, could you claim them all at the one time?
Well, I'm assuming that the 1,000 that are being sold is going to be a minting process. So
Yes.
can we mint 1 per transaction, or can we mint multiple per transaction? Can somebody come in and buy 10 at a time, or do they have to do 10 individual transactions to give more people opportunity?
Yeah, so you're talking about for the buying of them. Yes, we haven't announced that yet, but we will shortly. We want to make sure that it's a fair process because there's only 1,000. We know that people will do multiple wallets, and we know that people have tricks and systems and all the rest of it, but ultimately we have to work diligently to make sure that it's as fair a process as possible, especially considering there's only 1,000 available. We want to make sure that it's as that's why my personal preference, and again, this is, like I said, all of those things are subject to change. My personal preference would be to try and whitelist as many as we possibly can, so that there is no real massive, tanties and dummy spitting over the minting process. But Pete, maybe you've got some ideas or views on that as well.
Yeah, it's part of the stuff that my team is building, but we'll try to make it as fair as possible.
Also, one thing I want to note here is, I don't think we've talked about it much yet, but that referral system is always going to be pretty interesting as well, because it's going to be 20%, right? So you don't need to own anything to just make a blog about RFOX and throw in your address, and then if someone uses that person gets 10%, and you also get 10% discount, basically, or cashback. So I'm not sure if anyone has done it before, but especially, for the first sale, there will be kind of predictable volume, right? Because it's 250 ETH if we sell 0.25 worth of RFOX. But later on, when we have the Dutch auction, this could be a completely different game, because everyone just wants to get the price as high as possible to get more referral rewards in the end.
Yep. I'm hearing rumors that one of the avatars is based on the Princess Cog. Oh, welcome back, madam. Nice to see you again. The Princess Cogs person. So can the first edition OGs here get OG avatars? So the COG redemption will be for the second lot, and the reason that is because there's a lot of people, and we want to make sure that the process is even. But we'll look at the at the first edition options, redeem and swap versus hold and snap. Will 3 special edition complete tube get an OG avatar? I know it's up for review, just putting another idea out there.
No.
Will 3? Yeah, of course. Pete's thought about it for a very long time, about 2 seconds. Hi all, sorry I just joined. If question already asked, are Royal Supersets considered still for obtaining avatar mint passes?
Yes, Gregor, just burn them.
Oh. Is a Dutch auction anything like a Dutch oven? I don't know what a Dutch oven is, Artis. I respect people. Oh my God, is someone actually going to explain what a Dutch auction oven is? Please don't. We know.
It involves passing gas and not the Ethereum transaction gas.
Come on. Lucky Luke, let us stream. You could create a doc like this. I'm in alpha testing of Guild of Guardians. They made us commit to this guide. Just want to show the world this beast. But of course, you know best. Oh, there you go, Luke. There's something to consider.
Yeah, and I was just replying to that by text, but I think we're open to it. But it's not about the fact that we don't want people to see it. It's just we don't want people to focus on the visuals when we're trying to test the features. Like we know it's not going to be as good as our end game, and that what we're aiming for in the mid-year. We know that the mid-year result's going to be far better. So we just don't want people to focus on that and that to become the focal point as opposed to the features and what it does. So yeah, but I'll take that under advisement. I think it's a good suggestion to have a sharing guide. Leave that with me.
It is good. So for a first edition ultra rare tube, this could be exchanged for an avatar in a apartment that's holding it in your wallet, allowed to claim for an avatar. So Rebel Degen, whatever happens, we want to get people to, where possible, to do some sort of a claim process, because some people will not redeem, right? So what we want is, that's why there's a bit of a buffer there. And looking at the data from others of the people that do claim and don't claim, what we would able to do is it would offer us the option to be able to open up claims to other types of potentially rare holders of things, or giveaways or competitions and stuff like that as well, depending on how many don't claim. So how much does an honorary OG get? How does an honorary OG get OG status?
No.
By obtaining an OG avatar in the sale. You are not an OG peasant. There you go. What will happen, we know what the definition of OG is, right? So technically, if you get into the first round of avatars that are peasants, you'd effectively be an OG peasant, right? For all other peasant drops in the future.
Yeah, I'd have an OG peasant. And then the others will be, normal peasants.
That would be cool. Just another thing that we that no one's really mentioned so far, but I did mention it the other day in the AMA. So much like the artifact model, the people holding avatars, and yes, peasant avatars, this is going to stick, isn't it? Peasant avatars included, would be entitled to future drops the same way as artifact, meaning if you hold an avatar, for example, then you would automatically get or be gifted a hoverboard, for example. Or if you've got a house, it might be a furniture upgrade or something like that. So any future drop would just be assigned to those people that hold. So there's no sort of like, you must buy another thing and buy another thing and buy another thing to be on the circus, on the merry-go-round. But the stuff that will be purchasable will be more sort of the stuff that's more like the creator economy. So if people come in and create bling bling gold couches or whatever and put them up on the market for sale, then you could pay to upgrade stuff. But the drops that we do, we would give you based on what you have, and then that's why if you did a hoverboard per person, for example, that way we can keep all of those things to limited numbers as well, rather than if everybody that had an avatar or an apartment or something else got a hoverboard, we'd end up with 900,000 hoverboards and 1 million this and that. So we're trying to make sure that they're limited and that you're continually getting value out of your NFTs with future drops. 100%, Gralek. Do you know what we should have? We should have a peasant Derek. What do you think of that, Pete?
We can burn it.
Yeah, next set, sure. Peasant Derek.
Yeah, a peasant Derek that just, every time you go into the vault using a peasant Derek, you run the risk of just spontaneously combusting. That'd be hilarious. I was just walking along with Luke and Pete, who were peasant Dereks, and they just caught on fire. You love that the peasant is sticking. Well, at least the community's got a sense of humor. I think we have to create a peasant. We have to create a peasant.
So I think Madame was the first person to coin the peasant NFT, peasant avatars.
If we make a peasant avatar, Pete, that means that you could actually get a peasant avatar in the non-OG drop, but we could make the peasant so rare that it becomes like god status in the avatars world.
No, yeah, we'll make I think we talk about the different types of avatars. We could make one avatar peasant, like the type, right? And then make them like super rare.
You have to be nude and you can't put clothes on them. You just nude 24/7.
You just got like a pixelated chest and a pixelated crotch.
Yeah, exactly.
It should have a T-shirt that you can't take off. That's got a string necklace with a can on it that says "I've got 7 hungry kids" or something. Please insert.
Okay, we'll aim for that. All right, we'll aim for that.
We'll accept peasant KOGs to feed my family.
We'll accept. Yeah.
While the 3rd edition, make it happen. That would be hilarious. I want a gold avatar to resell for 200 ETH. Yeah, there you go. Peasant Derek on fire. It's going to be very hard not to make that now, isn't it? It would be worth the extra effort.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Can you make an AI Derek that we could like run around and just flog and set on fire or something? And you
mean like
burn
NPC?
or Fox every time you burn him? If you
like
find
NPC?
him.
Yeah, we could do a Derek
an
NPC in the vault. Yeah, sure. We'll get one done. He'll be by the alleyway, at some corner there.
Exactly. Not funny. Peasant Derek on fire. New head of RFOX Games. Let us come back to you on Monday with that. Can we make one OG avatar that is actually a peasant character? Anything's possible. Can the peasants just be invisible? That would be cool. Actually, Rebel, I said that having an invisible avatar would be absolutely brilliant. And the reason we actually wanted to do an invisible avatar is because on one of the iterations that we brought out, we couldn't see our avatars. I went in there with Luke and I was like, "Luke, where are you?" He's gone, "I'm over here," and I've gone, "I can't see you," and we were all invisible. We thought it was kind of a superpower, right?
It happens when you're running different versions of the app sometimes, and it's happening at the moment between the Android app and the VR app.
That should be a feature, right?
Yeah, it should be. When you're on the Android app, you can't see the person in the VR, but you can the other way around, and it's hilarious, and you can play good pranks on people.
Gralek, the peasant would be so wanted, 100%. It'd be like the Kevin of the. It'd be like the Kevin of the world. But imagine walking around in other manifests with your dirty old peasant character. You go into the sandbox and people go, "Look at that hobo," and you go, "That's a 200 ETH hobo."
Hang on, that's Snoop Dogg.
yeah, that'll be funny as hell.
Well, if the avatars are customizable, you could set out like a very difficult quest throughout the entire thing to get peasant clothes, and then you could customize your avatar.
No, the peasant's fixed. The peasant's fixed. He's
From
a
peasant to
hobo with a
riches.
can. you can't customize him.
Is there an Easter egg in Cog Slam? I don't know that anyone's going to answer that, are they? I think that the Easter eggs that we put into the vault, what we've said is that we would like some of those not to be discovered for years. So we've got everyone tugging on every blade of grass trying to work out what happens next. Oh my God. Jesus. I've just seen Rebel Degen's picture. It came up in my feed. Good Lord.
Peasant.
That's not a peasant. That's cardboard box Jason Statham.
That's armor. That guy's already ready for battle. He's advanced.
He's so
It
poor
looks
he can't afford underpants.
Isn't that the first piece of cardboard that you'd make for that outfit?
You would think so.
Who makes that
I think
stuff?
that's a Free Willy theme.
Do KOG qualify for OG or regular avatars? In whitelist or free to mint? So Kogu does not qualify for OG. It's just regular, and they would be free to mint.
Yeah, that's not regular, by the way. It's peasant.
So yeah, they're free to mint if you've got cogs. They're free to mint.
Same invoices.
Yeah, previously, that was trying in 1990.
That's Zardik.
Peasants
That's a
would have a
hot
donation.
mic.
One RFOX per donation. Missing most important places.
Hey, Zadik, could you mute your phone, please? Or mute you.
Will more game launch this year? And if yes, when will this launch? I think who have we got from gaming?
Yeah, definitely. New games will launch this year for sure. We have one signed, and we're working with 2 others, which are close.
So yes, so more games coming through very shortly. I guess many influencers want to get exclusive walk inside the vault. Yes. Any detail on which one would be the first? Well, Piyush isn't here to talk about that, but yes, they do know who the first would be. But I'll let him talk to you about that. I'm looking to contact someone for a business proposal. May I know whom to contact? I'm laughing at the actual meme underneath. Did someone put the partnerships email in there? Can someone put the partnerships?
It's partnerships@rfox.com. Let me put it in.
Giveaway, all good. Beyblade's still happening. Artis is asking if Beyblades are still happening.
We're working towards it.
Is there also a beta period on the beta games? I would love to try.
Yeah, of course. All games would have a beta, because we need to test the hell out of them before we open it up to everybody for sure.
I went to stock market today. I did a business. Interesting.
Vincent Adoltman from what's the name? Anyway, it's Vincent Adoltman.
I have no idea what that means.
BoJack Horseman is a show.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, right, yes. Have a great weekend, fam. I'm out. I think we're all out. It is time for your DGen hour. Please enjoy it. folks.
Wait. Benny, wait. I think Phil
Oh, you
has
gotta show-
something. Phil has something to share.
Oh yeah, I just asked Meng just to post it in the main chat.
Oh, okay. So we're just gonna post it in main chat. So no, we're not gonna share, right?
I'll just have to render it again because its file size is too big for the limit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
if that's the case, why don't we just play it?
Hold on.
Yeah, just play it then, and then you can upload it afterwards.
Yeah, I know you guys have all seen the video that the tribute video to Adelaire that the Pinoys put together, and apparently they did another one that we're going to share with you.
Can you see my screen? It's black.
Yes, we can.
Yep.
Okay.
Should there be sound?
Is there sound?
Yep.
Here's sound.
No, that's not me.
Very good.
It's touching.
There you go.
There you go.
That was
XP, that-
awesome.
You made a
Adelaide,
tribute,
you
mate.
should have shared the proper one. You coward.
Okay, in the spirit of all these fun things that's going on, I'm doing a wheel.
Woohoo!
First
Oh, there you
edition
go.
starter pack.
Holy crap!
What? Did you say?
Would
first
I
edition?
finally get OG status? A first edition starter pack? Or has
No.
my luck run out for
Nope.
you already?
Nope.
Nope.
Our
But if I
employees
sell it to
included.
one of you guys for 10 wax?
Can you guys see my screen?
Not sharing it.
No.
Okay, well, hold on.
Technical difficulties for Pete.
Hey, it's not April Fool's here anymore. You can't do this.
I already gave him shit about that today.
Oh,
dude.
damn you.
It's just assault, mate.
Damn you, Pete.
Have a great weekend, guys.
You guys
I'm out.
thought he was going to legitimately do it? Amateurs.
Gets me every time.
You guys take care.
Cheers, Pete.
Have a great
have a
weekend,
terrible
guys.
weekend.
Good time.
Have a
Later,
great,
Pete.
have a great April Fool's Day and a great weekend, guys. Take care. Bye bye.
See you guys.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.
Thanks,
Bye,
Benny.
guys.
Cheers. Thanks for the love.